This is for test purposes, for science, people! For science, we must test out these moves. So, we throw you down. We shall use the acquired taste, which would normally kill Trundle. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, we eat, and we get those big man stats. That is what it's all about. Plus, as well, they've said they've got the stats of everything else. This is what we do. That is Trundle eaten. Obviously, we've got the pillar to deal with, but we will deal with the pillar. That becomes something we can eat later on down the line, in terms of the fact that now, whenever they develop, like, they've got all this loveliness going on, but we've also got that, so look, you die, but you don't die, and also, you still keep that lovely Trundle on top of you. That's such a good combo. I love it. Hello, everyone. Gomez here for the LAN Up channel. Again, another deck for you today. This one is actually a really stupid combo that's not going to win you many games, but it's funny when it happens. Welcome to the Chrono Kench deck. So the deck is called Chrono Kench, as I said, which the finish. As I said also in the intro, this deck is not going to get you many wins. Don't go into this deck thinking that you're going to get, like, meta-wise, I mean. Like, technically, this deck has done okay-ish for me, but I would say it's more a 50-50 split. Sometimes maybe slightly less than 50, but it is more a 50-50 thing. It's not a definite, this is like a deck that's going to help you climb, is what my point is. This is just a deck that's purely based in fun, and it's combining the combo because I really wanted to come up with a deck that was using Chronoshift, but using Chronoshift in a fun way. Technically, you can use Chronoshift with Fiora, and that's why you're seeing a little bit of, like, you know, shurima Fiora, is that this is a way of stopping her from dying, healing her up, and you still get to keep the stats. Now, the stupider way of doing this is my way, which is using Tahm Kench, which we are revising. I put a deck out a very, very long time ago when shurima first came out. That was called, like, the Sandwich deck. That was all to do with Tahm Kench and shurima. And there's actually a little bit of synergy that works within this, right? So you've got Golden Ambassador, which can immediately draw Kench, because you are basically like there's only 6 cards that you're running which are build water, which are the Bayou Brunch and Tahm Kench himself. And so most of the time Ambassador's going to be hitting. If you use Bayou Brunch, or obviously if you've got another Kench, and this is just some another Kench that then gives you another Bayou Brunch. If you use Bayou Brunch to eat Golden Ambassador, then when Kench levels and goes forward, he's immediately drawing you another, which is like a Bayou Brunch, that's like Kench. He's drawing another one himself, which means that you can Bayou Brunch and get Tahm Kench stats to stupid values. The benefit of the new cards, obviously Rite of Negation could help him get through a few things, but Soothsayer, in order to give Tahm Kench a barrier, is devastating, right? Because the old version of this deck, its main counter was using Vengeance or Ruination or Hush, because, like, although we do have Rite of Negation, sometimes, like, Kench is unprotected and whatnot, so the Soothsayer actually comes in, like, to save Kench a number of times, as well as the fact that obviously if you Bayou Brunch on top of Soothsayer, because Soothsayer's effect is a summon effect, if Tahm Kench is leveled, gets out another one, then you're giving Tahm Kench another spell shield, as well as obviously Diverted counts as helping heal him and heal your Nexus up upon him leveling up as well. So there's actually a few things that do work, but the swing move that we're looking for is 9 mana, which is a ridiculous amount of cost to go into, but 9 mana Chronoshift on top of Tahm Kench, and then use his Bayou Brunch move. Bayou Brunch, which is acquired taste move on top of something from your opponent's side that you know is going to kill Kench, because basically when he goes to eat it, because it strikes him while he eats. When you're using the acquired taste, it's strike him and then he captures it. So by using Chronoshift, it says 9 mana, which is a lot of mana, but it's still really funny when it happens. He's taking the hit and, like, dying, but then coming immediately back with +3/+3, and he does eat whatever it was that they were eating. There's a few other stupid moves like in here, like we've got Promising Future, 1 copy of it, which is purely based so that if we use Ancient Hourglass, we can get more copies of Kench, especially if you've put like a spell shield on that Kench, getting more copies of the buffed up stupid Kenches. Like I said, you've got 2 of them on the field of play, makes this ridiculous. And obviously Scrying Sands and Quicksand are helping to get attack stats down for the eats as well. So this is the deck. It is very stupid, but at the same time very fun. So please let me know if you check out this deck, how it goes for you. So down in the comment section down below, as well as if there's any changes you'd make to this deck, please let me know down in those comments, as well as shameless plug time. Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you didn't know already, all the games that you're seeing, by the way, was streamed on Twitch. So if you want to check out more and you want to catch this action live, please feel free to over on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. There's also a Discord link down below if you want to get in there. Lovely group of lovely community that we're building there. So if anyone's got any questions, please feel free to ask in there, as well as like tournaments we'll be running there later on down the line. I've run a tournament earlier on, which is this month, and so I want to run more of them. So that would be the main hub to go to, as well as just any deck building questions, any card questions, anything. Please feel free to put into that Discord. And just thank you all so much for watching, for supporting this channel. Anyone who watches, likes, comments, subscribes, thank you. I do have an end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers / subscribers. So if you want to help out with that goal, please feel free to, because I feel like together, people, we can smash that goal. As well as there is the merch link down below as well, if you want to check out some Legends of Runeterra merchandise, like the Aurelian Soul t-shirt that I'm wearing at this moment in time, which is Screw the Rules, I have Celestials, but do not feel forced into any purchase. Anyway, without further ado, let's get in and see how this game did. See how this deck did in a couple of matchups. Trundle! I mean, there are a lot of target spells within Freljord. We know this, freezes and the like. Okay, I'm gonna keep one of my soothsayers. I should potentially maybe keep a Rite of Negation, but I will go with these decisions here, because we kind of want to try to be finding the big catfish himself. The cards, Yugi! So, quite timelines. I mean, there are a number of cards in Freljord which have targets, so the Frostbite ones that have 1 health stat, which does mean that they can change into something else. Ooh, Yugi boy. Yugi. I'll take you, because that does mean that if they play Ezreal, we can get Ezreal out of elusivity. So I will take that. I will then go again. Ooh, Rite of Calling to be able to get another Tahm Kench. Feel like I'm more willing to go with another one of these. The knowledge of having this, it's just nice knowledge at the end of the day, isn't it? Okay, I mean, whatever it is, it's taken them a long time to decide what they want to turn this free cost into. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, I'll be lying if I said that was not a disgusting maneuver in terms of that lifesteal, but okay. I can throw down you. We've still got a quicksand, but this move, it calls to me in the future. I'm so glad I top decked this. I mean, this is very stupid, and as I said, you should never play this deck. But potential the ability to, do some damage on top of my Kench, make it the sense. All I can do is hope. When there's nothing left to believe in hope. So we've got some quicksands, but I want to be throwing down obviously a Soothsayer on top of you. That'd be ideal. Kylie Tavern Keeper, how are you doing? We might see a Trundle drop at some point. I could throw both of these forward. Now, this is more so that we're trying to get rid of targets for Ezreal to target. But obviously, yeah, they do still get a good trade there. We could have used the quicksand, but I might need that in the future for eatings. So that's the reason why we don't do it. Now, if they go for an immediate thermal beam or a way of killing you, that would be amazing, because it does mean that we could Chronoshift. Now, admittedly, I say I want to Chronoshift at the best possible time, which would be when we're eating somebody, so we're deciding how that's going. I mean, 5 cost. It's not actually getting the, it's only, when I'm summoned, so it's not getting the plus stats, because but it's still a good card to play, but it'd be even more damage, which is devastating when it gets the increased stats. Ooh, speaking of even more devastating, that's also quite devastating. If only I had 1 more mana. I could still technically eat you. I could throw down quicksand and then go for an eat on top of you. That is totally possible, and probably what I should do. So, let's go. Let's go for the eat. I mean, I guess what we should do right now, I'm thinking to myself, do I throw this down first? Because if we do this, you go down to 4. They've only got 3 mana. I don't think there's a way that they can get past this. And then we can throw down you. I mean, admittedly, it gets us out of the way for our Chronoshift move, which is like, I say, one of our best moves that we could do with this. So part of me is almost considering, do I keep the mana? But I will do this move as is, and we will hope in the future that all will go right in the world. So I will strap trade off. I'll do that trade for days. Every day of the week I do that trade. Throw down the Soothsayer. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I understand. I knew the risks. The ability to throw this down and also to throw down a Bayou Brunch on top of you is very nice. Because that additional increased health stat is very nice.
Where there's a will,
so I will go with whoop, whoop. So that means you go up. It's all gravy. Oh, it's all a hope game at this point. But okay, we're getting your health stat up. You've got the straight up like spell shield. We can level you this turn. Because obviously what we do here is so we almost want them to target us. Because if they target us with a spell and we use Acquired Taste, what ends up happening is that we level, we resummon the Soothsayer, which then means that we get like the benefits of that. So we almost want them to to do damage into us. They're not going to. It'd be very silly if they did. But we almost want them to. Okay, secure me. I mean, I immediately eat you. I am not about to let all this stuff go even more damage on me right now. No, thank you very much. You get in my belly. Get in my belly! There we go. So you're now dead. We've now got the level up, which now means this is when it all kicks off, people. This is when it all kicks off, hopefully. We do still have a straight up, as I said, like, ability of if they're gonna die, they're gonna go up in stats. And we do have the ability to heal as well. So we're in a very nice spot. Very nice spot. I will pass the turn. At this moment, we pass. We're now trying to wait for them to play their Trundles or their Ezreals or anything. We also straight up have the ability of increasing their health stat even more so when it comes to, so what we could do is we could throw out Devoted Council and then like use this, like we could technically use this on top of Soothsayer to, okay, right, so we take off the damage. We take off the damage. Tell ourselves it's going to be okay. It's going to be a-okay. We've got a Devoted Council who's going to start healing us anyway, so I can live with my decisions. I really want to keep this option open, which means that I have to play, like, I guess we Rite of Calling. So kill a unit to draw a champion. So we're going to be killing our Soothsayer. Because I want to see whether or not they're going to start trying to like target him and trying to kill him. Because if they do, so Chronoshift is such a big ass move. But also the ability of using Devoted Council.
These are troll lands.
Okay. Now, in theory, we should be able to use this move, eat Trundle, and then I mean, technically as well, we could just straight up use this move, but we want to test out. This is for test purposes, for science, people. For science, we must test out these moves. So we throw you down. We shall use the Acquired Taste, which would normally kill Trundle. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So we eat and we get those big man stats. That is what it's all about. Plus, as well, they've said they've got the stats of everything else. This is what we do. That is Trundle eaten. Obviously, we've got the pillar to deal with, but we will deal with the pillar. That becomes something we can eat later on down the line, in terms of the fact that now, whenever they develop, like, they've got all this loveliness going on, but we've also got that, so look, you die, but you don't die, and also, you still keep that lovely Trundle on top of you. That's such a good combo. I love it. Like, when you don't, it's these kind of combos, the stupid kind of combos that I love. So, we could even throw down Devoted Council. We could even go for a Bayou Brunch on top of this to increase that health stat even more. And then, like, go forward, we get that back. Share the vote to my opponent. Really well played. Dragold! I'm gonna basically need to at least keep one of my quicksands, because it's going to be necessary. Admittedly, again, we've not found Kench yet. We've got until turn 4 to find Kench. We now play Hunt the Kench. The most difficult game that is involved in this. The hunt the Kench. We do have some ambassadors. We do have right of calling. But if you don't find the Kench, you're in problems. I could have technically played down the Soothsayer here. There was like, because I would have then had sight on the board that potentially I could have even just used Quicksand to get rid of her elusiveness and like traded. Because it obviously gets rid of keywords, which is like elusive is a keyword. I'll throw down the Devoted Council. It's not who I want to throw down, but I'll throw down the Devoted Council. Now I need to hope. Come on. Heart of the cards, Yugi. Give me Kench. Give me Kench next turn, like heart of the cards. Come on. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time for my Yu-Gi-Oh! Moment. Give it to me. Top deck the Kench. So.
I am more.
That's not who I went to see. Come on. Give me Kench. Ah! The cards, Yugi! Okay. Now, admittedly, it's not the best. But I will wait for them to do their attack, because obviously if I throw Kench out now, they would grab Kench just to do some damage to him. So, like, admittedly, I could have used, like, this and whatnot. I could technically also use this, but I really want to be throwing Kench out this turn. This might end up being my regret turn, where I should have literally thrown out... I should have just used this, which would have killed, like, 2 of my problems. But I will convince myself it's all for the greater good. Now, admittedly, like Hush, single combat, concerted strike, there's a lot of things that become problematic. I can throw out the Soothsayer first, just so that we are protecting Kench from different concerted strikes, single combats, problems that could come my way. As then we start eating! It is time to eat them all, Yugi! So, I've got other ways of dealing with Zoe at this moment in time, and what I need to tell myself is I could throw down this Quicksilver now. I do also have this Spirit Fire. I feel like I leave that until we see if they go for like try to throw in some buffs, or if they go for try to do something along those lines. That's why I kind of want to keep this back for, is the little concerted strike. Is it going to be like, okay, so concerted strike, single combat. So I could actually just Rite of Negation all of this, which is actually the better move. It does get me out of range of this next turn, but a Rite of Negation right now is not a bad move. I will take it. I don't really want to kill either of these 2 units right now. So, I mean, I could also just go for a straight up Quicksilver, because sod it, we're going, Quicksand, because sod it, I'll do the Quicksand one. I might end up regretting these decisions, but I'm going to tell myself it'll be okay in the end, he says, hopingly. Now, admittedly, as I said, like, maybe I should have Rite of Negation, but it's okay. I'll tell myself that every little thing is going to be okay here. They grab, actually no, that is actually a problem. I should have just gone with the Rite of Negation, because now they grab over here. I have made significant problems for myself, and I've just realised this, because I thought that I could get myself a buy you brunch in time, but I definitely go for immediately grabbing Kench. Unless I can top deck side, mistakes have been made!
Appetizers are pretty.
Oh, Chronoshift! The cards, Yugi! The cards! Chronoshift coming in clutch right now. Oh no! The only plus side of that is, see, technically your Hush, they don't get back their Shyvana. That's the only plus side of that. Oh, we went all in. We went all in. Now all we need to do is hope that we can find another Kench right now. Come to me, Kench! Oh, I needed my ambassadors. My ambassadors is who I need. Now, admittedly, I said it's not looking good. This is really not looking good. I feel like we need to throw down this, because, like, Zoe is about to... I mean, technically, they could still potentially level Zoe this turn. They've got enough mana to potentially make it happen. I feel like we go with this just in case. I'm going to go for an attack forward first. But, I mean, admittedly, all we're doing is helping them, like, kill this, which is going to get them closer to their Aurelian Soul move or whatnot, but I convinced myself that it'd be okay. It's not, but maybe. It's a bit of a shame that we lost the Kench there, because that was a devastating moment. So, Shuri needs to use one more card. Ah! She levels! She levels! It was too late! We were too late on stopping her, but okay. Now, admittedly, most likely I've lost this game now. The fact that I've lost my Kench, like literally the only thing that you've got to hang on to on this is once you get Kench out, you start buffing him, making him really stupid, and that's literally all you have. That's all you have to work with. Once Kench is out of it kind of makes it really hard to catch back up again, especially at this point during the game where obviously Aurelian Soul and whatnot could come out. So I need to hope that we find Divine Council or something. Not Divine Council, Ambassador, that's the words. I mean, we could Chronoshift again. We could Chronoshift again, but it's not really going to work out really well for me here. I said we could throw down the Chronoshift on top of you, but at this point it doesn't. I know at this point it really doesn't matter. I like my moment. This is my moment. This is my perfect. My perfect moment is over. Like I had my moment, and sadly I blew it. What I should have done is I should have Rite of Negation that first time I had the ability to Rite of Negation. That's what I should have done. Sadly, I was a bit of a Tommy Tit. And so I have paid dearly for Tommy Titness. I mean, Aurelian Soul is coming down. Aurelian Soul is coming down, isn't he? I've got all my Chrono shifts. All my Chrono shifts, but not Kench. All I can do is hope. Still no Kench. We skip in the hopes. I honestly thought that would get rid of his spell shield. Because I thought that was I classed that as a target spell. Did not actually realise that he would still kick, because I thought that I'll get rid of that so that if we do get Kench, we can Chrono Shift eat. Did not realise that doesn't count as not getting, because technically you're targeting somebody, right? I mean, admittedly we were dead, but technically you're targeting somebody, right? Having used not actually a bad thing, because that just means that at least when we get, so what we're actually working with against here, so okay. I don't mind keeping Soothsayer to be someone who might come out early just as a defense. Bearing in mind that they're probably going to have, like, so the bombs going in, furthers are going to be a problem. Like, Kench is in danger with the amount of, like, you know, damage this can do, and the guillotines that this could present as well. So guillotines, also Culling Strike is also a thing that does affect Kench to begin with. So I'd be lying if I said that I thought that everything was going to be oakley dokley in this matchup, because it's really not. But at least we can buff Kench up so that he gets past the Culling Strike. Like, so if we use the Golden Ambassador, we can get Kench past the Culling Strike issues that could arise, but we have multitudes of other issues that can arise. So there's one Kench, but I don't really want to play this Kench. Admittedly, although it's playing Kench on 4, against what we're up against, I would rather play the Golden Ambassador and then use you as a Bayou Brunch. I'd rather do that. It's not ideal,
If we can undo what
but it's what I'd rather do here. So I'm going to throw down Diverted Council. I could have thrown down Soothsayer, but we'll throw down Golden Ambassador. Get a little bit more draw out of this. Hourglass! We live in hallowed times! So, we hit Kench. Whew, that's not what you want to see. Next turn, we throw the big boy Kench out. Next time, we could... Let's see what I've learned! It's a lot of damage to take, but also if I do damage into you... Like, I know that doing damage into you, the furthers come out. I know this happens. I know this happens. You know this happens. We all know this happens. So, next turn... See, what we could actually do is we could actually Hourglass into Promising Future, but I kind of want to go with some eats, because I feel like we need to try to start getting the ball down. So that's one further down. I could Ancient Hourglass you, but I said, like, you know, the ability to Ancient Hourglass on top of Kench and give us multiple Kenches is also, like, really nice. And the ability to actually Spell Shield. This is very stupid, by the way. Never do this. Never do these moves! What is the chances that they run Scorched Earth? We're about to find out. That's not the one I want. We are, honest to God, about to find out what the chances are. So this is very stupid. You should never do this. That's what I do. In hope. In the hopes that we will live in hallowed times! So, pass the turn. It's fine. We go into their turn. We get 2 Kenches out. Big buff Kenches with spell shield. We don't get the bite, we don't get the eating options yet because obviously, like I said, they've just come out again. But at least we've got 2 Kenches on the board. We're going to get all the eating options. And, yep. I will live with the decisions that I make here today. It does mean that they now become susceptible to, what's face like fervors and guillotines. And obviously the ability of them using guillotine is ridiculous. We could even go with using a Tahm Kench to eat a Tahm Kench in, like, bearing in mind we've actually got, I think we've played, actually no, there's still 1 more Kench in the deck. I think there might still be 1 more Kench in the deck. Yeah, we've still got 1 more Kench in the deck. But we can use Tahm Kench to eat Tahm Kench. And the ability of them, like, being able to fervor is also not ideal. Luckily enough, that does not get rid of spell shield. I still don't know why that doesn't get rid of spell shield, but that doesn't get rid of spell shield. That might be a problem in the coding. Because I still feel that's a targeting spell. There's no reason that that shouldn't do spell shield. The fact that they've got all the things, and sadly, I do not have my right of negation option open to me right now. But they did actually have a Scorched Earth. I just got lucky that they didn't use the Scorched Earth when I thought that they would. So what we can do here is we can at least allow Kench to get slightly bigger. Obviously, as I said, like, if they've got guillotines and problems like that are going to come at me, they're going to come at me. I will go like this and hope. So we're just going to make Tahm Kench that a little bit bigger. We also could go with eating the Soothsayer. Like, we could actually potentially level Kench this turn. It's a bit of a shame what we saw. But it's okay. So, boom. Still keeps the spell shield. Devoted Council. I'm willing to throw down. We might see the Leviathan drop, right? We could see... There's the Leviathan! Which is a lot of their mana down. We could go with actually straight up eating the Leviathan. Like, I feel like what we do here is we go with Tahm Kench, eats the Devoted Council, just because all we want to be doing is trying to get that health stat up a lot. So Tahm Kench eats this, and then we eat the Leviathan. So we're going to be eating you. Eat the Leviathan! We know that we've got Swain coming at me, but we can live with those options, as now that should be the level up, meaning that we get back. Oh, we live in hallowed times, and we also get back our Diverted Council with the level up. We're going to start getting heals going into both Kench and our Nexus, as well as we might be able to draw another Kench here coming off of the Golden Ambassador. Yes, there we go. More Kench coming out there. And we eat this. So we've got more Kench. Got more options. We go forward with Kench, I guess, right now, because I guess, like, sod it. He's already damaged, sadly, and I don't think that we'd be able to heal. Like, I don't think that we're going to be healing him enough to be able to do anything about this. I just need to hope that they've not got another Scorched Earth guillotine, like a guillotine, or any problems such as this. So the stun comes down, which does actually get rid of the spell shield. I know that I've got rights of negation. I feel like I could right of negation now, but I feel like we go for whatever's going to be the killing move. I feel like we right of negation whatever is going to be the killer. So we've still got the ability to use a couple of different options. Oh, okay, right. Legitimately thought they were going to go with the kills. Still got the right of negation moves. Like, because all we're doing right now is we're stopping them from playing Swain. Like, the reason that they're not playing Swain is because they know that Swain will be eaten. So that's the reason why they're deciding not to do it. I want to go with Kench eating you, because if Kench eats you, we can. If he goes forward, we get another spell shield. So we'll do this. We'll do this, and then when they throw down their way of killing him, be it guillotine, Scorched Earth, something along those lines, we then throw out one of our rights of negation. It's the only thing I've got. We're just trying to keep back that Swain move. That's like the main. So, Scorched Earth. throw out our right of negation, getting rid of a mana crystal right now. I mean, technically we could get rid of somebody, but we're going getting rid of the... No! No! So, gonna get rid of you, gonna get rid of you. Like, technically, I guess I could actually keep my abilities to be able to, like, hopefully draw my champion, but I'm gonna hope. By that I mean, like, predict. Okay. I'm gonna hope that I can find... As long as we can find Kench by turn 4, I'm happy. So, we could go with an Ancient Preparations into an Ancient Preparations. It's gonna be fine. Admittedly, we are against a, like, really top-tier deck, but through foolishness and hard work, I'm sure we'll be okay. We're not, but they don't know that. Okay, so yet again, still no Kench. I could take the Scrying Sands just because... Oh, there's a Deus. Amadeus. Okay, we're getting closer and closer, so I really want to find Kench, like, next turn. So I could throw down you just to have some form of defense right now, though obviously, like, you do a lot more better job defending Kench, but right now, I guess that deck doesn't really have much, like, attacking spells, like, to attack your units, so I don't feel 100% bad about it. So... Guess we've got to go whoop, and then throw you in to go whoop to decrease this damage. Kench, my boy! Okay, now, all we have to do is hold and hope that, because immediately they've gone very elusive on me, which is devastating. So all I've got to do is hope that my Kench boy can get me through and I can eat enough of my issues. I just need to eat enough of my issues to be safe. Is that too much to ask for? So, throw that in front of that, throw that in front of that. Okay. Anything we trade off right now is a bonus. I mean, admittedly, like I said, like we might trade off this, that's fine. Now, admittedly, that's side which I could Scrying Sands. The question is, like, I kind of want to keep this for Tahm Kench to be able to potentially eat something that might start to get out of control. Like, I want to go for the duo, obviously. And they could have Deny, they could have Notify, they could have several different things. Hopefully you'll save my life later on down the line by healing my core. I need you, devoted council. I choose you. Okay, they're gonna go recall, which I will accept, mostly because I can't do anything about it. We go for the eats. Obviously, as I said, Deny could come out. Deny, Notify, but as I said, forcing those moves out, I'm happy to do. So it's okay, it's okay. I mean, admittedly, it's still got massively elusive stuff on me, but sometimes you gotta believe in hope, people. You just gotta believe in the heart of the cards and that everything will turn out fine in the end. I mean, the fact that they're delaying on this, so we know they've got 4 cards, we don't know what they are. The rest of them, like the 2 cards we do. So they need to have either a Notify or Deny within those cards. And they're taking a lot. If they've got it, you'd use it, right? Obviously, we've left out the ability to maybe if they play an Azir or Irelia, but I don't really mind that because they can be eaten next turn. So that's what I mean. Like, this needs to be dealt with right here and now. That's the importance here. I mean, you're playing top tier. Why are you making me wait? Your decisions are so easy. Your decisions are so easy in that thing. Make a blades. Simple. So I want to throw down Diverted Council. We've got the Glingo Druid here. We just, like, if we can get the... Slowly but surely, we've removed their... Oh, come on. Don't tell me just because I've eaten the Green Glade Druid, you've now left. You've just said, poop, this game is over. Like, how dare you? How dare you come at me with Irelia Azir? Everything's going well for you. You throw down your Deus. I eat the Green Glade Druid. You're like, I'm done. This game's no longer fun for me. How dare you? Oh, I mean, they could have disconnected. Like, we know for a fact that they very much could have disconnected for all we know, but still gonna go do it a little bit more. Now, admittedly, this might be a clever ruse whereby they now played their Azir or Irelia while we've just used our Quiet Taste spell. So I said this could be a legitimate ruse. Also, they could straight up just recall this unit with a number of different ways they could recall to get that draw. So, but I said I feel like my opponent has left now, which is a big shame because I really wanted to see how we were going to do against this in terms of eating, because we had the Devoted Council once we leveled Kench up to at least try to start sustaining ourselves health-wise. We had some Scrying Sands to take down their attack, like damage things and whatnot. Yeah, if we ever did, and the comedy of using Chronoshift on top of Kench in terms of like you can make him eat things he would die to eating, but then he just comes back buffed and still keeps the things inside him. It's such a like a comedy move. How dare you take this away from me? I said it looks like my opponent has left, which is a big shame because like literally it was back and forth. I eat their great duo, I eat their duo, and they're like, I'm done. Which is a shame, but I guess if they can't see, if they've got nothing winnable in the hand, which to be fair with that deck they should do, they should definitely have something winnable in the hand. So it's a bit of a shame that they have literally left, because I was actually interested to see how this matchup was going to go down, in all honesty. So what we could do here is we could throw down the Golden Ambassador to be able to get the other Tahm Kench things, so we can buy you brunch and actually, like, you know, so we could either go on top of the council, or we could go on top of the Soothsayer to give Tahm Kench spell shield. Obviously, council makes a lot more sense. It's a better health stat.
We live
in hallowed times. So yeah, we got a buff Kench here, but we're gonna make this Kench even more buff, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, we could throw down this on top of Diverted Council, which will just get the stats up. Because if we were against a deck which had a lot more, I guess actually this does have recall. So maybe the idea of putting this on top of Soothsayer is not a bad choice. Just like, I know that the stat isn't as good, but once we level, this is going to start healing Tahm Kench anyway. But the more the thing is the fact that if they were to recall, the fact that you do this move, because her effect is a summon effect, you do this move, it levels, she comes back out, gives him spell shield, like. It's the choice between those two things. Now, admittedly, obviously, I said, like, we are against a thing that would use deny or whatnot. Does Chronoshift only work during the round it is cast? Indeed, it does. It only works for this round, but I know it's a 9 mana. I know it's a 9 mana swing, but the ability of using so you can throw Chronoshift on top of Tahm Kench and then make him eat somebody who would kill him, and he won't die and he'll still eat them. So it's a 9 mana cost thing to be able to use both of these two together, but the option is there. And as you can see, we've now got the spell shield on top of Kench. It's a big shame. The Devoted Council is now going to start healing Tahm Kench as well as our core. We've got things that are going to be taking their attacks down, but as I said, my opponent has sadly gone to the Shadow Realm, and it does not look like they will be returning anytime soon. So, it's a shame, because this deck is really funny when it gets going. We go forward. Perfect lethal. As I said, because the thing of it is, if they would have disconnected, the game normally would have ended by now, I feel. Or, like, I don't know what's happened on their end of this, but because they were playing like at the start, and then just like the second we started eating, that's when they went away. So I don't know what the situation is, but share the vote to my opponent. It's a shame I didn't get to do a real duel against you, but these things, they happen. So that is the Chrono Kench deck. As you can see, actually works out quite well a number of times, but I will say to you, this is not competitive. This will lose probably more games than it wins, but it is really funny when it does work, and it's just more for the combo and using cards in interesting ways, which is what this channel is all about and whatnot. So if you do play this, please let me know, or if you make any changes, let me know down in the comment section down below, as well as obviously there's the link to the Twitch. All the games that you saw were streamed live, so Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. There's the merch link down below if you want to get your hands on some legendary Runeterra merchandise, but as I said, do not feel forced into any purchases, and the Discord as well if you want to get in there, the lovely community that we're building there. So honestly, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you have a great evening, day, night, whatever it is for you, and until next time, bye!
Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me? Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.